Hi lovelies, welcome to my channel Adore Me by me, Carmen, the DIY her. Here at Adore Me, together we'll learn, design, and create beautiful wreaths, door rounds, and any DIY craft that brings us joy. Today's DIY tutorial is the classic and timeless Burlap Ruffle wreath. Come on in, I'm so glad you stopped by. Make yourself at home and let's get right into it. Okay, so let's get started and go over what we'll be using for today's wreath. We'll start with the 5.5 inch natural burlap ribbon, no wire here on this. We need 2 rolls of that. We have our Dollar Tree 18-inch frame. We also have scissors. We have a little wire snipper there to use for any clippings. Also zip ties you can find on Amazon. Oh, and the burlap came from Walmart as well, so not very expensive so far. As we get started on this wreath, you can find all of these things at your local store, any Dollar Tree, any Walmart, any supply and craft store. You should be able to find all of these things. So if you notice here, there are some little frays and edges here on the end of this type of burlap ribbon. And I just take the scissors and cut those right off. And then, yeah, we're just going to get right into attaching this to the wreath. So the first thing you want to do is slide one end of that burlap ribbon onto the frame. And what I mean is you want to put that middle bar. There's three rings there. You're going to wrap that ribbon around that middle bar, and you're going to hold it tight and just kind of fold it down and cover up those ends as you pinch it together at the top and fold it down onto that little marker there that separates each section. If you can see, there's sections. So we'll wrap it around there and then take a zip tie and secure it to it. I go from the bottom through the top and then down again. You want to make sure that when you do this, again, that middle bar of this frame is in between the 2 ends of that burlap ribbon. And also, what I notice here is that zip tie is flipped backwards. It will not go through and actually secure. So flipping it around, make sure you have it the right way. And you'll notice that as soon as you go to connect it, whether or not it is in the right direction. So you just go around that secure bar there to place this zip tie and slide it through, pull it tight, and that will attach your burlap ribbon at that end right onto this wire frame. All right, so we have that secure. Let's flip our frame back over and we'll just get started. So again, we wrap those 2 sides of that ribbon around that wire in the middle, and you want to just pull those 2 up in there, grab those, make it flat, create that little cocoon for a little taco to put that bar in the middle in between. And as you do that, you want to pinch it together, each side together, and pull, pinch and pull. And you're just bunching it up all together. So let's grab it again. Let's see that again. We'll flatten it out, make a little taco around that bar, and pinch and pull, and pinch and pull. And you just keep doing that and bunching it up. Roll out your burlap roll so that you have space to continue to do this. You want to do this until you fill up this section. Okay, so the more you do, you want to kind of just take a pause, look at it, make sure it's looking how you want it to look. You fluff it out a little bit and just make sure it looks just as pretty as you want it to look. It's just as full as you want it to look, and you just keep going until that section is nice and full. You're going to fill this up all the way around the frame. Each section you're going to do this for as you go around. So again, let's watch this again. We're going to flip those 2 sides so that we can pinch them together over top of the wire and pull. And that's the technique. It's the ruffle. You're creating that ruffle with that pinch and then pull. You pinch a little bit and you pull. You pinch and you slide it through, and you'll feel it as you slide through. I might need to stop here and then pinch. It's just a gathering of it. Again, you're just gathering it up into that section until you like how it looks. See? So now we're just gonna go on through and fill in this 18-inch wire wreath form. As you can see, that one roll that we did, it completed about half of this whole 18-inch wreath form frame. So as you can see, I'm still doing that same technique. Nothing has changed. The only thing is, you see how this roll keeps just wanting to come up and get tangled up with everything. You just want to keep pulling that out and stretching it out so that you can use up the full roll. You want this to be flat as possible when you pinch it together and pull it through to ruffle, to create your ruffles and your bunching in your section. Okay, so still we have a couple sections left here. Here's roll number 2. I think 2 rows works really well with this type of wreath form, with the three rings and these sections. Again, we're just going to pinch this all together. With our new roll, we're just going to take the very end of our first roll and we're going to sandwich it in between the start of our new roll. We're going to cover up that frayed end. We're going to take out anything that does not look pleasant, like the little frays and the little loose pieces, because this burlap is unfinished. It's an unfinished, unwired type of burlap, which gives it that rustic look that we love. But also you have to kind of be mindful of the things like the loose little pieces at the end. Not a huge issue, but you do want to be aware of that. So again, we take the ends of our new roll, we sandwich out the end of our first roll right in between that, and then pinch it all together, and we start this process of pinching and pulling to create those ruffles all over again until we have filled this form all the way to the end and we reach back where we started and used our zip tie to secure everything right there in place. Yep, so we're just continuing on all the way to the end, all the way till we get to that end. Let's flip this over because we're almost back at that first zip tie and it's kind of in the way, so you might want to just go ahead and clip that off, and that's what we're doing here. Just going to clip that off so that we can continue to do our pull and pinch and pull method to create these ruffles, make everything nice and neat and uniform, and that way we have the space to do what we need to do. This is such a simple, easy technique for the ruffle burlap wreath. We are pretty much here at the end of this. Like again, I just think this is just a very classic fabric to use, and you can do so much with it. It's so versatile. You can use it for everyday wreath, you can use it for seasonal wreaths, and it just goes so well with anything. You can pair signs with this, you can pair greenery with this. And although it's not shown here in the video up close, what you'll do here at the end, once you reach your starting point back to where we secured that first zip tie, you'll just go ahead and cut across that burlap straight across the end there, and then fold it and secure it exactly how you did the start of the burlap roll. Please make sure you come back and check out part 2 of this DIY ruffle wreath, where we'll get into how we cover up the wires on the back of this wreath to make it look more finished, as well as adding embellishments to finish this off and complete the look. It has truly been my joy to share this tutorial with you all. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye lovelies.